Mondo, Eliasiko Elias, Habib Tibrichu. Your Excellency, with these few words, I would like to thank you once again for coming to grace this occasion. Enaramoye, Museveni oye.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We have my sister Medina Ujale, the Director of Finance, is here with us. Your Excellency, it's now my honor to invite you to come and address your people. These people are yearning to hear your voice, Your Excellency. Azukaiko. Murali, Baturuga. What for?
Ingonia. Ingonia.
Mukeyo.
Award 4. The Right Honorable General Moses Ali, Deputy Prime Minister.
Right Honorable Moses Ali, Second Deputy Prime Minister, Awulogo West Nile Tigari.
The Secretary General of the NRM.
Secretary General Madi NRM Tigari.
All the ministers.
Ministers Tariki Piri.
All the members of Parliament.
MPs Tariki Piri.
All the members of the UNRF.
Bata Madi NLF Tariki Piri.
And the people of West Nile.
West Nile Gari ni Pirio.
The substance of my speech has been given by General Moses Ali. He has taken my speech, has given it.
President Joy Chota ile majority. Pasiti Jojopi ukodogana ruki joke enda lakibo.
Because what he said is what I would have said.
Joy Jo akwani jona ritasi icho majority.
It summarizes the line of the NRM.
Ata dosijo kitinguluru. Uvi NRM la mingoni riargari.
Don't push. I can see you there. Don't push the one
behind. Imere muzejo. Amaya kema kuitupa jani drinyumideni nyudu furaya badi.
The ones behind, stay where you are. Don't push these ones in front.
The
other one with the placards, put them down, please, so that people can see. Put them down so people can see. Thank you. Now, as I said, General Moses Ali has summarized the content of my speech.
Jota ini joboreni badongado ki atraki jota itile mojori papa ngulurubo.
But in summary, the NRM always supports right and opposes wrong.
Joitolu ini jorari NRM la be ijo mukamkareteyu atijo nchikanariku.
In the last 60 years of independence, we have never let down anybody.
Joy ine doka ili alfoluturo mikaleza dirisi sa makiti walusujorisi perendru ibadi bazurba kunchikanaruku.
In 1962, we did not support UPC because of the mistake they made on Buganda.
Ilal follow turro mikalia dirisi. Yetenda UPC kula iti baki ngari kadu tabi gororisi.
They misled Buganda to go for federal, which was a very complicated system.
Jakenda amadi Ugandans rudi joki amufedero kaleru ama beijo tangba rujo korodicha.
At that time, we were with Chiwanuka, who, although he was in Uganda, but he advised against federal.
Josara sidleda renda Chiwanukai jonda baba muki federal kaleru.
But the UPC misled Uganda to go for federal, which was not manageable.
Jo UPC mwanda dosi bole jojo amuki federal galeru wijo federal ndicho gari choku.
And in no time, UPC was fighting with Kabaka Yeka because of that very point of federal.
Josa zemu docha UPC usuki kakati gangingiri Kabaka Yekabe ijo mindelo luta federal DDC.
In 1966, we did not agree with Obote because of the way he handled that problem, which he had created himself.
Joirido muchaile faluturo mikaleza deziasi. Ijondo kutenida ni federal ndai. Abivuli jodomo cheni mukosaro.
We started working a bit with Obote because we were looking at the East African Federation.
Joirido dozinga ubutebe asisingata East Africa la richengo lukengo ni adisi.
But when Amin came to power, we did not support him because we could see that Amin did not understand our vision of a united Uganda. Now, in 1979, although we were fighting against Amin, we were not fighting against the people of West Nile. We told our soldiers that the people of West Nile are not a problem. The mistakes are made by a few people who make mistakes, the leaders.
Joijo askari itigar bani ba West Nile gade duki joruku belarala keka da bazi wererla o baki junti kana diki silejo kinrejo bunjiruni.
If you notice, when we came with the Tanzanians in April, there were no attacks on the civilians in West Nile.
Jitindela imbasusi sa askari Tanzania gari kemujo pere marudarisi ijo zenda madda diru kisibu dila gerisidayu.
We could not agree with the policy of revenge on the people of West Nile because it was not their fault.
Jijozi ufengani e marura matafa ya mirudi sadasi yesigara dayu.
But when UPC remained alone, after kicking us out of the army, they launched a revenge on West Nile people.
Lakini UPC la momo ampokokabo idoki dorivamo le rikongo fe bata West Nile gadari baru.
That's how our West Nile people had to flee into exile.
Ijojo simintejo amakika West Nile gadi amaki dondra mujo exile gadi basijo ta obuten lejo mujo mudijo dare.
When we took over power in Kampala, I came up to Kaya and I saw people on the other side of Sudan. I called them. I said, you go and tell the people to come back because the NRM will not target them.
Jo ito momo ampoko gabo ito mure kurisitigabo emwi mupere kayaga indrangu kaya arasi ijo badi me go do vuledo wesnala zi me go vuledo emu peri mukaya galijo rijo mani anda muze ma govara.
And when they came back, you saw nothing happened to the people. When they came back, you saw that nothing happened to people. When the people came back, there was no danger to them.
John Dandaru imo mumvera amafa mumura ijozi de murubaga donji West Nile rulanda dau aye madu gorosi.
Meanwhile, in Lango and Acholi, we also rejected the policy of revenge.
Kala suko zita dova langoga Acholi gadadi dovijo zita roti aru femani di.
We didn't agree with the targeting of the Rangi because of Obote.
Jo ama igerisiku atabaru fengufe balangi baru ijondo buteno era kiseba sijwa kibonzila adorvatija kindu tele inga gerisiku.
Or targeting the Acholi because of Basilio Okero and Tito Okero.
Jijo ziva ijoja adorvaru uvudva choli diki adosikulari.
It is that policy
Tito Okero ba ijo silai
it is that policy of opposing your wrong and supporting your right that General Moses was talking about in his speech now.
Jo, that does say, singer, it's NRMC, Igajong Baretiu, Ijo Untikanari, Yetikuri.
So, I am glad Uganda now is united and peaceful, all of it.
Jo, Ido Ikosi, Idan Rodida, Uganda Kuru.
And we are building the institutions of the country.
Jo Amado.
The institutions of the country.
Amado Ngurupi, Patapengoluka Sunitangu Nidiki, si.
You have seen when we recruit the army, we recruit in the whole country on equal basis.
Jote Nintelara, Amajo, Baki Ati Escargado, Leba Fikiriga. Amanga kuru Uganda sipirlaru aduluko lugaku.
There is a quota for every district.
Jo district eloluni ado mbiezi bachi imidi gada imeje manke depiri ido bachi ado doba kumve bamuki fence kargarga.
We cannot accept to have a tribal police or a tribal army or a tribal security service.
Jo itodo ilelaku alaba askari si surusi aba polisi si surusi la ye idoku.
Even UPC, we never persecuted the UPC.
Jo ta sarasi iva sezo do were UPC nguko tijo la ide gerisiku.
My Airtel app or dial *100# option 7 and pick your preferred bundle. No installation fees and exclusive to Airtel 5G device.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Grab Uganda House from UPC because it had been built by Uganda money.
Joido momo mpoko kabo basi joki jodi letu fidi badi leku askulare mine yonda sende Uganda badigari jo dingadi sijo.
I said no. If somebody comes and builds on my foundation without my authority, the house is mine.
Joi jodi iji bani jodi charu daniku. Jo bazidi do siara zide momo badiaga yani jodi la sieni.
And we gave the house to UPC.
Joi fedo si joda UPC to level.
I saw today's newspaper.
Joindre Pepper Andori.
And General Sare was repeating what happened in Masaka and Mbarara during 1985.
General Salim Salela, Ijondari Depi Mbararaga, Masakaga, Sada Sunjika Naruki, Njetandro kivu pepandro diga.
The United soldiers whom we are fighting in Masaka, we negotiated with them, and Mbarara, they joined us.
Joskari UNLFD and Adi Depi Masakadarki, Yemo Revuga Yichi Babe, Dosine Digbejo.
And we formed them in 23 battalion and 25 battalion.
Juisidoki Battalion Kalir Naru, Azrava Battalion Kalir Tauru.
Some of the very active generals were in those battalions, like General Oketa.
Jo General Z, Babu da Saso Ketani Diki, Kenda Dosi, Battalion Inisi Dagadende.
So that is the line of the NRM.
Jo Dadosi Gangulupi NRM la Wingoni Riare.
Oppose wrong, support right.
Ijunji Kanarikiga Gaumbe, Ijomukerikiga Iau.
Always.
Udupiri.
Now, because of that, this is the progress you see. Now, some of the people may think that we have not addressed their problems, like the former combatants. We have taken time before addressing all their issues.
Ex-combatants and Wadiki, Iju Idenda Ini Joriki.
But this is not because we don't want to. It is because of what must be done immediately in order to stay standing up. The issue of the combatants. But we had to first of all maintain peace. How will you support the combatants if there is no peace in the country now?
Ex-combatants
So that's why we have to start by supporting the ones in the army now. Buying them equipment especially. So that they maintain peace. So that we continue building. But it's not only maintaining peace. How about immunization? Because all the children need to be immunized. The children of the former combatants and the ones who are not combatants.
Ex-combatants,
You are now saying that Yumbe, Aringa, has got more than 1 million people. You remember when I gave you a district, you were only 100,000. Where have the others come from? Were you not marrying in the past? Where were the children going? The children were dying. So the population of Yumbe, population of Uganda has increased because of immunization. Then we had to deal with the connection by road from Kampala to Kaya, to the border here. And the electricity. And the water. So that's why, and the schools. And the health centers. In 1961,
Ilal folu turro mi kalesia de Lucy.
when I was at Ntare,
Ida dujo school banu ventare garisi.
we were with so many children from West Nile.
Jonji West Nile Ganda school agaler kenga mingi.
People like Lematia,
Joba sasa honorable Lematiani daki.
many people from West Nile.
Ba West Nile gador kenda mingi school dagale.
They were with us at Ntare.
Kenda school banu ventare daga.
Why?
Adusi.
Because there was not a single A-level school in the whole of West Nile.
Adu skulari West Nile pirlaru skulozi haya nila alungwingwenda madida dayu.
There was not a single A-level school in the whole of northern Uganda.
Skulu haya nila northern Uganda si piri alulanda dayu.
There was not a single A-level school in the whole of eastern Uganda.
Idini sekpere itu adgagaleru skulo zeta alungwingwi haya nilanda dayu.
The A-level schools were only 6 in the whole of Uganda.
Skulu haya ruriki kenda lifezia Uganda ntulusi piri.
St. Mary's College Kisubi,
Alurendo vaga St. Mary's Kisubi.
Budo,
Azirendo vya Budoi.
Ntare,
Azira la uvya Ntarei.
Namagunga,
Azira uvya Namagungai.
Gayaza.
Azira uvya Gayazai.
Somebody told me Nabingo, but I was not sure myself. I never heard of it, but somebody said Nabingo was already A-level.
Joba zi joine zi panda haya turenda Nabingoi. Lakini si itiga le kontra chiari tujo ini deni.
Now, Chairman Yumbe, come and tell us how many A-level schools do we have in Yumbe now?
Chairman Yumbe memo mani lola A-level schools ki tuda Yumbe district gara si.
Your Excellency, we now have 6 A-level schools in Yumbe.
In Yumbe alone, 6 A-level schools. The boys who were coming with us at Ntare, Lematia, Javuru, the one from Moyo, I have forgotten his name, Kotevu, all of them, they were telling us they were coming from there was an O-level school here called what? In Nyapea. They were all talking of Nyapea. Nyapea was O-level.
Josada si skulu dolu idoto sini aluka pere chajo suga amaru do tira rendalu na pea I.
So Samuel Becker was O-level.
Atava sasa Melbeka idifa ganda lusini aluba ni suve.
Teso College Aloy, it was O-level.
Jo Teso College Aloy idifa ganda lusini aluba ni suve.
Even Mwiri was O-level. Even Mwiri was
Jota
O-level.
Mwiri vandalu sini aluba ni suve.
Now you hear that in Yumbe alone, Aring is a small part of West Nile. There are now 6 A-level schools.
Jo miduda rara aringa lobi mbirangaru kaleka West Nile ndi alagaru gugo skulu sini Asia Turiki kidovazia.
These are the government ones.
The kidogamende digariki.
How about the secondary school, the health center 3s in Yumbe?
Your Excellency, as I talk, we have 26 health center 3s, but under UCREP, Uganda COVID Response Recovery Program, we are constructing 6 more health center 3s to be upgraded.
So
before the end of this year, we'll have 36 health center 3s.
So you people, you hear. There are now 26 health center 3s in Yumbe alone, and they are building another 6. You go and check at Independence how many dispensaries were there. Our therefore, you go and sit down.
Jodi that deni Yumbe kata luodusi. Irwajo makumve health center 3 kido kaliri dezia. Igodo dumi check levulele. Sanda amaki wutukuru sujo wadasi. Kendra si yani.
Therefore, If somebody says they have forgotten combatants,
Jo bazidi to si joa imeviba ijo ex-combatants kitigara yani.
it is not fair.
Adudo ijo ngba pirilaku.
Because the combatants also have children.
Aduskulari combatant diki ibanti kivachi.
They are studying in these schools.
Kiva unito uniskulu nga ikegade.
They are going to these health centers.
Kijova yani ru kiva mwiru ajodi kegale.
So that is the issue. The issue is that you can't try to do everything at the same time.
Ijo darare dos gaidi. Michi joki nga piri pale logaku.
It's not good planning.
Adu utitanga mukelaku.
When I stayed in Luero
Jo sanda yu ajo luero garisi.
for 5 years,
You are daily tow.
I was not on tourism.
Jo endaga tourism gaku.
I was not on holiday.
Jo endava ava lingagaku.
I wanted to capture Kampala, but I couldn't.
Jo ich ilenda Kampala ro lakini ruva gerisiku.
I had to build.
Jo ido do di isie.
So let's accept that discipline of one by one makes a bundle.
Jo ledoma ikido sira arutanga alomio ba alobedi kiru takedri yoru yari.
And in the Bible, it says there is a time for everything.
Jo Biblia ga jo ijo piribasachi.
In the book of Ecclesiastes,
Jo buku Ecclesiastica.
I was a member of the Scripture Union, although these religious people don't acknowledge me, but I was a member of the Scripture Union. I was actually president.
Jo ile jo mini ini urazi ni gerisi spiritual union kuni adan si endra si va president lai.
That there is time for everything.
Jo sa piriba ijo chi kan ku ijo piriba sa chi.
So therefore, the time has now come for settling the issue of the ex-combatants.
Jo sa cha dobo ijo ex-combatant badiga rezinga do. Bade sakiti jo rigada kondandaru. Ijo jimisema ability lijo da rejuadi.
But again, we shall do it in phases.
Jo itoka ngara ala ngala alu pale alo do turisene do tutudiga lero.
In Luo, they taught me the word mot.
Jo luoga impaki I alomvia mot.
How do you say it in Rugubara?
Alu pale alu miuba alu.
Ah, that one there.
Jani. That's not the thing.
So this time,
Jani is slowly.
I spoke with my daughter there,
But okay.
Oleru. I spoke with Oleru, my daughter there,
Joy Jijo is Lerube.
and I said, we need 26 billion, I think. That's what you told me, 26 billion.
Yes, Your Excellency, sir.
We need 26 billion to finish the UNLF.
Jo ale peririga send billion kalir jazia ijo do UNRF badri ex-combatants ezi pinir de beritejo West Nile gada perire.
So I said, for this occasion, let's come with 1 billion and pay some.
Jo ijo dosi and romuju mudigada rega adu di billion ezelo ido dosi bari kufe. Thank you, Your Excellency.
And launch the payment.
Ado sendru bari kufe ngoniari kifungu la chainika muzemu do chelela.
And in the new financial year, which is starting in July, we pay 13 billion.
Jo imbazi amopidisi amadova send ezeji billion mutitina avasi bari baimpi kufe.
And in the other year, after you have elected NRM, the next financial year,
Jo atiki the election NRM de niaga gadi bebo Adova send na ba impida do to sibari ke do fega.
We pay another 12 billion.
Adova send a billion mutidiraji ba do ku fejo.
We can pay all 26 billion at a go, but we shall forget other things, because the other things you are not dealing with one problem.
Jo send a billion kali resia da tabi go fiago di dara. Lakini do fiago di da piri chotiani. Ijo zidi kitga adova ijo vira.
So that's why you put something here, you put something there, because you have got so many things to deal with.
Ijo di to sika imindre. Mijo kuti mezia tribado, meziga tribado adu skulari. Ijo mini le banga kiro zirari ki wewero.
Because we are repairing the road from Nebi to Arua, here it is in a bad situation.
Jo udi da eniriga, amador vale mo geremati do pine biga mo perua ka de zarura. Idi vale o mutula da ki kura badu selaro.
And we are repairing it.
Amados vura ini azilanga.
Many other things.
Ijo zimingi dikebe piri.
So please accept this principle of mot. One by one makes a bundle.
Jo ito si mei alu mi ba alu di kiro trake kodri yoru ya di ama ikide yu.
I want to congratulate General Saleh and Bamuze.
Jo ile General Saleh now at for fair azila General Bamuze
for negotiating the peace agreement.
Ibaki rijo senju di baijo jojora risi.
And I'm glad about the message of General Moses Adi of today, which was very well, very good.
Jo ikosi sana General Moses Aliba ijoi di tanje manitarisi.
Which was, please stop unnecessary fighting.
Jota amabeki di demiri rudi cha.
Because fighting is like surgery.
Jodu skulari it is a saba cha jodeni.
Sometimes doctors may have to operate on a patient
Aziga doctor kemi mi lale
to cut off some parts of his body.
Kiva se kozimi rudar kulira kiki benve.
But you don't have operation every time there is a headache, you operate.
Judu piri togati mitikadezani leva uchai mitikadilako.
Indigestion, you operate.
Ini fit no zaza kubugale miva le uchai alako.
Coughing, you cut the chest.
Iti dogale gami avase mi mesiti di lera alako.
You are going to finish people.
Iti ngadeni ya mi doba kulipiri. Kan kumiki chayote.
Surgery is a means of last resort.
Joba changadi. Iti tijo mi soga mini cheidera ito ziriki minde pire nchekare.
When the doctors have tried tablets, they have tried injections, they have tried other methods, they are not working, that's when they say, the only solution is to cut.
Jo doctor dike de mini irwa fediki irwa tieriki fenga keziku ufe susuru kinga keziku yani kido jwa misogariga chiko ucha domi chacha.
Like when we had to fight, it was because there was no other way.
Jo sasa adienda madi koni pedari ijo zido idia me chora la dau amamdo morala idiru lediga.
But now, what are you fighting for?
Odi dariga ijo domi lejo mujo digari dodo.
You can elect the leaders you want.
Mi delay mini lawyer ke mi de mingapo pera.
Every 5 years.
Ele tovu tiga.
So what is the fighting for?
Wijo dojo adiba mo digari dodo ni.
So you find that the wrong ideology, but also wrong methods.
Uratango njiri ova nijo ngasi akuri.
So I want to congratulate General Moses Adi.
Joy letosi urida Moses Ali ki group itebe. Ibane award for fair.
Because as he said in his speech,
Sasa idi joy joti di jodar kega reni.
When we met in Libya,
Sa iyusuju di be Libya garisi.
We agreed to work together.
Yendara longa zengoluga.
Then we came and worked with all the other groups.
Yemudo vazinga kurumoze chida rikebe piri yemudo zinga ngoluga.
And then General Bamze negotiated with Saleh.
Yala General Bamze amudo vasenji ditika riba jojo General Salim Salebe.
So I'm very happy with that. I salute them.
Jo consider if bana war 40.
Now,
what did I regard?
The issue of APA.
Ile dijojo ijota party digara.
You people, you should learn my tactics.
Jo makikaidi ijo itigari ki iku tingoni ari lemuniki iruda.
That's why I don't have blood pressure. I am 80 years old, but I have no blood pressure.
Juijosi and really to Calero, lakini blood pressure la irujo kuresidi.
Because you get excited and you really will kill yourselves.
Josika ine rila tuijosi wara laki suruga mijomu ndiade tidi midira.
Because the issue of APA is the issue of the border, internal border between the man.
Joijo mindre padidi idili jozi awatanga kan kubodaga sasauda di ajumani wade pagadi achulinga da belijozi mbrangaro nila.
There is some problem there.
Ijozi werengar langu dagada.
And some people are playing the games.
Joba zikitova vaijo dasi.
And that's why be careful with it.
Judiciary information of inquiry die.
People will go to jail if you are not careful. Because that's why we didn't want a commission of administrators. No, a judicial commission of inquiry is very dangerous.
Joy Jondasi Commission of Administration Lejokurese Wadi Aduskulari Commission of Information for Judiciary Ede were Okwangaru.
Because you are trying people who were involved.
Aduskulari mi Baijo Daka Dareki Ubi.
You, what did you say?
Me Ijonda Ingoni.
And why?
What do you see?
Do you know what you said caused the death of people?
In Ijomi Jodi, Ajibo do rapid by Johnny Rigara. Am I Mirunjori?
Now, the people who are complaining about quarreling in that area.
Ba wapi anguda by Jo Siriki?
We were here in 1985.
Jo amada ilel follow Turomi, Calero de Tosi.
Or in 1930, when that wildlife was declared.
Ilel follow Turomi Kalinasi.
Especially these days, the years which are nearer.
Joili do dega aniru doro diki.
I went to the satellite.
Juimu Uruga satellite gale.
They gave me a picture of that area.
Feki ini dangudati laida ingoniare.
In 1985.
Ilal follow Turomi Calero de Tosi.
I can see how many houses were there.
Jo isara sinjara jong bakenda nasiari indera.
So whoever is telling lies will be exposed.
Ba do de John Jeopardy. Sala chara amamidi ida wazi.
Now, you people, to disturb our West Nilers.
Ba udi da dot va lepi. Ba madu West Nile gari ki tabanepi diki.
And our cholis.
Ba va madu choli gari ki lepi tabanepi diki.
With apa.
Ijo apa ndisi.
Now, I have a problem with South Sudan.
Jota andrelari ijo vachi ijo tamadri border South Sudan gadu beresi.
My brothers are here.
Jo etupika kigaidi.
And also with Congo.
Jovata Congo be.
And also with Tanzania.
Jova Tanzania be.
We are going to when there is time, we are going to redemarcate the border. To verify, not to redemarcate, to verify. Even here in Yumbe, there is something, Kerwa, some argument. Where is South Sudan ending? Where is the other time I went with General Salva, we went near Moyo there.
General Salva be
And some Kuku elders came. That they know where the border is. I say, you elders, you go back and look after your grandchildren. You don't know anything about borders. Because the borders, we follow the document of the British.
British
Not Kuku elders say the border is here, no, please. So once we have time and money, the border marks will be verified. Even on the Congo side, there is Rukwanza Island. In Lake Albert. On the border with Tanzania, there is a big chunk of land which is not clear. But you have never heard me making a speech talking about South Sudan, about the border, making a speech talking about Congo, about the border, talking about Tanzania, the border. Mijingo, you remember Mijingo Island in Lake Victoria?
Do you mean that I'm already? Udoze laundry to yen ijori kegada ijo border South Sudan bani Uganda perijola dau isijo border South Sudan bani Congo bela dau ata Tanzania bela jodau imichongwa ijo ndaba mijingo denga pitari michega raya.
Because even if you total all the land which are not clear,
Joy Debbie Vuapijo la Kedujo Pirikiti Tapirengo Lugarga.
There may be 1,000 square miles.
Chokedo square mile follow.
Uganda is 93,000 square miles.
Jo Uganda Adusi Idi Tururomi.
So let me develop.
Kalina square mile.
I am developing the 92,000, which has no argument. I am developing tarmac roads, factories. I am moving. I am not spending all my time on the one part which has got a problem. That one has a problem. We shall address it. But there is no problem in Atiak, in Pabo, in all those areas, in Ajumani, in Moyo, here Yumbe, there is no problem. Develop those. Then we shall get time and solve the other one. So I really appeal to you, because if I was to do that, I would have abandoned Uganda now. I will be fighting with the Congolese, with South Sudan. That's not correct. So APA will be handled by the Judicial Commission of Inquiry. I will meet the MPs of Western. I talked with my daughter, my girl there, Ajumani.
Izepi MP Ajumani Tidibebo. Yala imumo ijojo MPs West Nile
She
gadebera.
was developing blood pressure,
Jo ida faganda blood pressure zi utu idurubaga.
and the MP from the one who spoke,
Yala MP Taito Jopida Honorable Fai.
I said, please, I'm going to bring BP machine to help you calm down.
Jo imu mini masinete isemu imi ari topi dikiti.
So I will meet the MPs of Acholi, the MPs of Western Isle, but the real answer is the Judicial Commission of Inquiry, chaired by the former Chief Justice, Batka Turebe.
Imuso ijojo MP Chulgar Kepera, ivijojo MP Westland Garkera, lakini joda rare, ijoda bairira, idi judicial information of inquiry.
There are principles of how these situations are managed.
Jo ijo ba idinga ijo rika ekitinga oni arikikichi.
Now the more urgent issue is the poverty.
Jo ijo do da o kwangoro toro ndaniri idijo lemeridigare.
That's why we send the money of PDM.
Ijo simin reja send ta PDM digade.
The PDM money, we calculated the 1 million because we thought that with 1 million at that time you could buy 450 coffee seedlings per acre.
Jo you tendra utitanga send ta millionaire da digare fejo. Nejo send a millionaire dala money ba oriki ba alifu su turuna kaliri.
That time,
Sawadasi.
the price of 450 seedlings of coffee was 180,000 that time.
Josadasi manoriba senda ifelodi it is lingi turusu. Is it 400, Your Excellency?
180,000.
Jo it is linga alfu turalu kalero. Ori ifelo mani dida igbajo.
That would leave you with 820,000.
It is not fair sarasi senda zila rosi mini alfu roro kaliri.
To do other things.
Midosi jo zirikinga.
For 1 acre, we were thinking that if a family gets 1 acre of coffee or fruits or something, this is the beginning.
Josadasi yura. Idojo lariga. Inati lolu kan ku family lolu dri ini mani solu eka lura. Idojo arigata droga muke.
But other people have gone for poultry, for this, for that, for that.
Lakini baziri muki autampaga titampachi zaro riga do video zida kebe.
This is a beginning.
Di do de lido malai.
We are going to add more money.
Ama musendro waidi.
And when I make my up-country tour, I assess.
Majochi amvele mu.
Like
Back in the to ijo ta ki PDM drinking on ariga ikondrindi.
Like for instance, the fishing community have said the 1 million cannot help the fishing community. The fishing community need more money because they need to buy a boat, they need to buy nets. So we shall have a separate fund for fishing communities.
Sasa mindela ba ibi so bibi tamba pidi joki sende millionaire da koyeza ku aruskulari choini neti baleku neti bajeli millionaire dara wejo disi to mi bani sende zitunula ubayu.
So let us consolidate this PDM and improve it, add it, and so on, so that we help families, each family to enter the money economy.
Odi dariga sende do PDM dridi o ba do drijola muke ba kosini ba zara izaku.
Now, the idea of cash crops, tobacco was not a good cash crop.
Joijota ori so sende ni diki ile jo adedu tabayani adronda ijozing balako.
Because it had no good otita.
Adusikulari utita ze ladang baladayu.
Because I asked how much one gets in an acre of tobacco. Who is the tobacco grower here? Who can come and tell us?
Judo zisizi taba ekalo alagada sendu susi ba magada taba sope sordi ba mutu ini jodi jodo dedu chiriga.
Even if you do whatever, how much would you get?
It notasi eka soluraya alagada sendu susi ari memo maniloa.
Somebody, a volunteer.
Ba zitaba sope sola dedu chi.
For Dongani Taba Ekalo Misen Dusu Alaga Acosta Minayo da Cabe du Punjabo Misen Dusu Milioni Sual Tror the Ekaloga it does a comini Mini a ba sasa a baka a fazisa pipe. Ake deki bigba mi kasi mi se nusu million to alf turusu e eka loga e dos eka ke so na ani mi se nda around million ni aziri alf troza ko zebe e eka naga e dos ko perki bigba ge dos ki bigba ko eka naga se nda rusu million ni to alf troza ko zebe ma taba so fo
I want the 4.
He said he's a tobacco grower. When you don't buy some of those items we use, when growing tobacco, in 3 acres, you can get 5.1 million. Meaning that when you get out the cost of production, it will be less than that. But he has even generalized it in 3 acres. He has not given us specifically how much we can get in 1 acre.
So from 3 acres, you get gross.
Yes.
5.3.
Yes, sir.
Now, once you deduct the costs, you remain with the, and this is 3 acres.
What if I? Yes, sir. This is 3 acres.
Translate for them what I'm saying.
Jo taba. It does sola eka naga afazi ibaka uri it vabas kidekino minemu dada baya daki odi kinje sendu su eka naga million to alfu turolo wo it does send me se koraki bajo piririn jerarga mi do sendu susi
because even if the gross 3 acres divided 5.3 divided by 3 is like 1.6 million.
Joitre kodaketa njeku mewalu sende million 12 turaludi eka nasi ichekinisi eka loga sende domi so mi swaja bagarare edi million na lol futroziaga
before removing the cost.
Dangari divide jo zenda niri mini ayo daki mikinjejo kure.
If you remove the cost,
it do asara andra mini ba
you may end up with 800,000.
Tabara sanga regazi sende mi so dar ladru million tororo domi jomiri alfu tororo domi jomi swaja bagarare
Pareka.
Da eka loga.
The next question, which me, your advisor, I would ask, what is the average land holding in West Nile per family?
Jo igaya ma advisor di zitanga do ini lezeri in lichote lolusi amadi dariga ba lolu ba vu ekasi icho so mfururari.
So that's why the other time I was here, I found that in the Rugubara area, the average land holding was 2 acres per family.
Jo azisi emudara emo musulela lolu barasi piri lichote lo ini di Bamfu chire baki sosorare idi eka irinusu.
So if you say 1 acre is for food, for cassava,
Idi dosi jwa eka lorisi migdandrasa.
you have got only 1 acre for earning money for the family.
Eka sidomina lo ayo misi sendrusu do bamdra kitambajo.
If you put it under talk, you're killing the family will never get out of poverty.
Idi dosi jwa eka lo da na yu ataba soja ni mi dosi ga lito mi da isi aduskulari taba eka lo chole meri mi kwada droko.
But with coffee, you can get more than maybe 15 million a year.
Idi manisa ile loga kaludega mi sendrusu million mudu tao dipi.
With fruits,
Akota nyanya mbembe diki.
fruits are very good otita.
Afata mi ndre makinyanya mbembe diki. Iba utita laro.
The only problem is that your factory has not started operating.
Jojo darare dulu factory amadi no tungaga di dojo zinga jokudi. Your Excellency, this May we are beginning.
Audrey knew something about fruits. Come and tell them about fruits. Per acre.
Jodra ni che jota afaye mbeni sasa likitiga ni jote bamudri mini jojo aga.
Your Excellency, I thank you for the opportunity to explain to people. I think I will speak in Lugwara.
Yes.
Amaru Alioni Odrei MP Aringa South. Mamujo Jo Ombe dia. Ini President Yoweri Atia mani Ombe ba factory. Yumbe gada Aringa South Lodonga sub county ga. Factory di idimuazio doa mbato usi. Mbadu siriaga factory di edinga ombe juicy de tani azia sawalo idine azinga tu bala na odido mu ombe sanga ombe idirisa ambu diadri ekalo idri mita aro di sazo. That means ambu ekalo aga mi ombe sa ife kalisu. Ife kalisudi. Iti talamba muke. Elinaga mido omberi ti midi G factory ga. Now eka aloaga idri season alo eka aloaga elina butiga silingi su milioni mudidiri the ekalo. Your Excellency, I was telling them we are so grateful to the NRM government that brought us the fruit factory in Yumbe, which is for the entire West Nile and Northern Uganda. The factory has capacity of 6 tons per hour. And I was also telling them that we need to grow mangoes. In an acre, if you plant mangoes using spacing of 8 by 8 meters, you're in position to plant 40 mango trees. And when you plant the 40 in the first 3 years, after 3 years, you are able to make, in the first year, you're able to make minimum of 12 million in one season. And in a year, we have 2 seasons. That means in the first 3 years, you're able to make 24 million in 1 acre in a year.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You can hear. Thank you.
And Your Excellency, the factory is becoming operational next month.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you can hear from the beginning, I told you,
Jo imido serera idomaga iju iminijo titadriga.
That's why I recommended coffee.
Jijo si endra jojo amani ile aneyu.
In the 1996 NRM manifesto, in writing, we recommended to you the 4 acres model.
Jo ile falturu romi kaluromi dezia si NRM manifesto ga ijijo 4 acre model diga.
1 acre for coffee.
Jo eka lorusa si mani.
2nd acre for fruits.
Ekaba iriusa seko Yumbe ni lobonendiki.
Third acre for pasture for dairy cows in the shed.
Ekaba nalaga usase tibani nale.
Acre number 4, food crop like cassava.
Ekaba sulaga isa kosasa bandani di dadon nanare.
Cassava is both a food but also a cash crop.
Jo bandrai aidi nine indi avala sendu suindi.
We get starch from cassava.
Jo usala munduti sumvesta dai alusu abandu bagada.
Then poultry.
Va ut tambang.
For people who are not for poultry for eggs.
Jo utambajo aubeni.
Then those who are not Muslims, pigare.
Ba dove Islam rukurbani rube tambanga.
And fish farming.
Wovai tambanga.
These are the enterprises that we recommend. Now we are adding cocoa.
Joijo de kitapa kwa kita yulo surki digarabo ibado jo cocoa digare.
And we can look at cashew nuts.
Jo do video cashew nuts digaru da.
Macadamia also.
Ava macadamia balagendi.
But I will have to study them more because the other 7 I had studied that time.
Josna you love flardiki itimuki unye mukamuki dika itaziri you lodariki.
So finally, after my up-country trips, I will meet the families you have mentioned here. My staff be in touch with the Obiga Kania. My staff be in touch with the owner of Obiga Kania. And finally, I don't want LC1 to cause me bad luck. So I give him 6 million. To buy a piki for himself. Because he can cause me bad luck. If I ignore him. Did I hear you people say my fighter Maimuna died? Somebody said Maimuna.
No, Maimuna is around.
Oh, okay, I've seen you. So, which Maimuna were they talking about? They were saying the late Maimuna. I'm very glad that you are here. They should bring you to me when the family come, also you come. Obiga Kania, Maimuna, my warrior. Okay, Maimuna, you stand there, I will see you. Our
default. Your Excellency, the last thing is for you to sign the dam check.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our default, Muse Zidi Mini Chojo, our default Sana Mini. NRM Jew. The people who are going to join in signing the demo are General Moses Ali, General Emilio Mundu, Honorable Obiga Kania, Honorable Elia Siku, Mr. Amin Tibirchu, Kasim Awubi, Secretary General, and all the ministers present. Let's go there to join Muse to sign the damage check. Thank you.
Please, the people whose names have been read, kindly come out in the middle here so that we can resolve it quickly where the president is going to sign. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, all participants. The people have turned out really in huge numbers. The entertainment is getting started. UPDF band, you'll be on standby as we end and conclude this function. Yeah. Music, hold on, Mulron. Music, hold on. Just hold on a few minutes.
Hello, hello, hello. Ajo atedijere amamu national anthem ngo. Adido ngo bo entertainment do amadongo gbada pako biti sidinba fira. Endarabo! President Museveni! Amandogo gba pako biti fira. So atedijere, let's be calm. We close by singing the national anthems. Then we shall take off with entertainment up to morning. Museveni paka last. Enaramo! President Museveni! Museveni paka last. Okay, okay. Achadowere muze sign checkbo. Silingi bani muzu ama. Kyo fazuri. Okay. C'est massif. Thank you very much, the UPDF band. Your Excellency, we thank you so much for coming. We wish you a safe journey, and we expect you back next time, but not to campaign, just to wave to the people of Yumbe and West Nile. No more campaigns for you. The list shall be 98% from West Nile. We thank you. DJ! DJ!
DJ, action time. We have no time to waste. Are we ready? 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 Eddie! 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 Put your hands together for Eddie! Hold on. Mute there. We are changing the sound a little bit. We are changing the sound a little bit.
Intervene and stop the trafficking of specifically women. But I know men are also also
men
trafficked.
are equally vulnerable.
So ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the program. And because we don't have much time to look into the details, let's go straight to this program. And I will begin with you, Mama. I will call you Mama because that is the respective name we can have to an African lady.
Thank you so much.
How is this? Because normally here in Africa, we're talking about Uganda today, that a person would wish to go out there, and when they hear of these promises of good jobs out there, everyone, every young woman would wish to join that class. But eventually, what comes out, what we are now learning, is that not sometimes it's not as rosy as it happens. Let's begin with your organization. What does it do exactly?
Yeah. We work in India. We work on all aspects of human trafficking because India has 18.3 million trafficked, and like you rightly said, we are not exclusively for women. We also work on labor trafficking. We also deal with child trafficking. So children are equally vulnerable like women, and so are men in labor exploitation. While we started off in 2019 on prevention and rescues, in 2022 we had this very unique opportunity of repatriating international survivors or victims from Uzbekistan, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Cameroon and other countries. So it was very intriguing for us to see what are these factors, who are these women, why are they here and all of that. But as we speak on today, we have repatriated around 61 survivors back to these countries.
Especially from Africa.
Especially from Africa, yeah.
How
per month, and these women are so lit up with this very fantasy of India, because Uganda especially is so prone to India because of the Indian community here, because of the Indian movies, and then talking about financial benefit of earning $1,000 a month, which is so huge when comparing to earnings here in Uganda. So that's something that is very interesting for them. And while they agree for a salon job, or they agree for a kitchen work, or they agree for a housemaid work, or any kind of other hotel industry works, but only and only after reaching there, they realize the truth that there are no jobs in India for any Africans, especially the unskilled work. We have plenty of unskilled workers in India. There's no job for unskilled workers.
Exactly, for the Indians themselves.
Yeah, exactly, right? India has an unemployment issue, right? So when these women land in India, they realize that there is no job for them. But the only and only way that they were recruited for was to exploit themselves or to offer their bodies as sex slaves.
Okay. So I'll take more time with you on that, because we want a viewer who is out there to know that this is what is happening in this time today.
Yeah.
And that is not only exclusive to India. There are many countries, even
Yes.
people here of the European, the American dream, and many other parts
Yes.
in the Arab world, where these, especially women, are recruited, where they are trafficked. But now, when they land in India, what happens?
When they land in India, the very first thing they meet, or the person that they meet, is the recruiter or the trafficker or the madam. She very nicely greets them, welcomes them, they're so happy about it. And the very first thing she tells them is, can I have your passport? Because you're in a foreign land, you don't know anybody, so I can keep it safely with me. So she takes away the passport, takes them on a nice taxi drive to the home where she lives in. And after a day or two, that's when she says, or when the lady asks, hey, what's the job like? Where do I go? When do I start? Because they're excited to start working in India, right?
Exactly.
And then that's when she's told, hey, you know what? For me to get you from Uganda to India, it costed me $2,000 or $4,000 or $6,000. Now it is you who has to pay me this dollars. First of all, she's very shocked, because when at the time of recruitment, she's told that she's doing all of this process for you. But now she learns that she has to she owes her money. That's the first thing. And the second thing, she's like, okay, when do I start work? Like, you know what? The kind of work that you're recruited for, that's not there. But here is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to engage with men on WhatsApp, on social media apps, or in the bars or in the kitchens, and then engage, earn whatever you earn from them, and then you pay me my debt. So this is what they're revealed after landing in India, in the first week of their time in India. These women are in utter shock. Some of them deny, and that's when the manhandling or threat by witchcraft, by various other superstitious beliefs are made. Then that's when some of the other men come in to beat them and to violate their own bodies, and that's how the whole process begins.
And in the process, I'm told some people die.
Absolutely.
And of course, once you die, no one knows where you are.
Yeah.
That's the end of you.
Yeah, and the consequence of it is also HIV or other kind of infections that these women get exposed to. Yeah.
Is that happening?
Yes, it is.
Ariel, what has been your experience in doing this, helping these women?
So I think, what's disturbed me the most is how they are really given misinformation, sorry. So in terms of, say that they don't want to do the work, they're told like you can't run to the embassy, you don't have any documents. Most of the time, they actually think that the embassy will maybe put them in jail if they try to tell them what happened. So we see these victims completely brainwashed, And in that process, they don't try to get help for themselves. They don't, you know, in most of the cases, they don't run away. They end up having to do the work because, again, there's threat of witchcraft, being beat up, etc. And so, you know, many of them that we come across, they've been in India for years. They've been stranded there without a passport. I mean, how can one expect to, you know, live in today's age? You know, in today's India, most of the jobs, they will not give you a cash payment, right? They want your documents. Even to find a place to live, you have for them to survive.
Yeah.
And that's the very sad state in which we find these survivors.